What's going on in this GDC? Today we're talking about the Houston Rockets and Washington Wizards preseason preview before the game starts, because I think it's going to become a very fun game because it's been a very long time since we've been watching Houston Rockets basketball. So I'm pretty hyped for tonight. Going to be streaming it, so we're going to pump out a video before the stream starts, and we're going to be talking about what's going to be going down this game. So sit back, relax. If you like video, drop like down below, press the sub button. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get into the video. So the Houston Rockets, they take on the Washington Wizards tonight. The starting five for the Rockets is going to be KPJ, Jalen Green, Eric Gordon, surprisingly, Christian Wood, and then Daniel Tice. So this is honestly a pretty surprising thing that they start Eric Gordon over Jae'sean Tate. Now, in terms of skill set and who the better overall player is, it makes sense right there. But in terms of fit, I think I like Jae'sean Tate a little bit better than I do Eric Gordon starting, because Eric Gordon becoming our sixth man, giving that scoring off the bench and leading the bench unit. I like that role a little bit better than I do for him starting at the three. And honestly, like, starting at the three for Eric Gordon isn't something that's really new, because he's been doing that in the past few years. So yeah, honestly, like, other than that, we pretty much expected KPJ, Jalen Green, Christian Wood, Daniel Tice to start. A lot of people had Shane Goon starting over Tice, but we did not give Daniel Tice $4 million for, well, not $4 million, 4 years, like $90 million. I forgot what it was, but we didn't give him that 4-year deal for him to come off the bench. So looking at the bench right now, then we're gonna have Jae'sean Tate, that I'm guessing he's gonna play tonight. Alperen Şengün's gonna play tonight. Usman Garuba, but we got a lot of good players playing tonight. It's gonna become very fun to watch. The only thing that's gonna worry me is that what are we gonna do with minute distribution, because we have a lot of players today. Surprisingly, we don't have any players on the injury list, which is good. Now, in terms of the Washington Wizards, they have 4 players on the injury list, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how the Washington Wizards adjust to the Houston Rockets, because Daniel Dia out, Rui Hachimura out, KCP out. So those are 3 solid starters right there out for the Washington Wizards. And then also considering that they could bench Bradley Beal so that he becomes healthy for the start of the regular season. So I think this is a pretty winnable game. I'm just really hoping Jalen Green and KPJ, we get to see some great chemistry from them today. They've already said and they've already stated that they've been building chemistry coming out of the G League bubble. So hopefully we can see some of that chemistry today. Hopefully we can see Christian Wood in his tip-top form, because he's been injured. At the end of the season, he was injured for most of the games. And we also got Daniel Tice to see what he brings to the table. So Daniel Tice. Now, in terms of the bench, Armani Brooks, I honestly don't even know if he's going to get minutes. Jae'sean Nick's probably not going to get any minutes, but my bench predictions are probably going to become Jae'sean Tate, Alperen Şengün, Josh Christopher, Usman Garuba, and then Dante Exum. I honestly see that happening. Dante Exum, he's probably going to get more minutes than Armani Brooks, whether you like it or not, because he's 26, has more experience than Armani. I would have liked Armani to play over him, and he might honestly play over Dante Exum, but the way things are looking right now, I think Dante Exum just plays over Armani, which just makes sense. So Armani, Kyrie Thomas, and Jae'sean Nick are the odd men out, which makes sense. So overall, it's going to become a very fun game to watch. It's only a preseason game, and also a preview game of the preseason. So it's our first game since May. So honestly, it's looking pretty nice. I honestly forgot to add KJ Martin to that mix. So working with minutes off the bench is going to become very interesting, because we have no players injured today. So I don't even know who's going to become playing off the bench, because we have a deep team. So honestly, my picks again: Jae'sean Tate, Alperen Şengün, Josh Christopher. I'm honestly going with KJ Martin and then Dante Exum, and then probably Usman Garuba probably gets in like maybe a couple of minutes if we're in garbage time, but I highly doubt it, because this, nothing is guaranteed in this league, and if we get off to a pretty great start, we might honestly lose like a lead. So depending on what happens, Usman Garuba could get some minutes, the other bench players could get some minutes, Armani, Jae'sean Nicks, and Kyrie Thomas. But looking at it right now, I don't know. KJ Martin definitely needs some minutes off the bench, because he was one of our best players at the end of the season. So honestly, this team is looking very great. I'm just super excited to watch this game. I'm going to be streaming the second half of the game, because watching the whole game for one stream is too much. So we're going to be streaming the third and the fourth quarter. You guys can join if you want. It will be at 7 o'clock when the stream starts. And, go Rockets, win against the Wizards tonight. So if that's the video, I'm JDC, and peace.